If I could ask a general question at the beginning, both the Stove Network and the TMSA have talked about the importance of culture in wellbeing in our society, and the government have indicated they want to move to a wellbeing society. So I wonder if I could ask a little bit about the cultural social prescribing model from the Stove, and also how Wellbeing Society affects your organisations. So I'll go first to Mr Baker. Then
predominantly we can think about culture from a sort of top-down point of view of something which people go to engage with, rather than something that people are involved in making. And I think that is the opportunity, that is what has been shown through the pandemic, that has been an essential part of people's well-being, that taking part, culture is a way of them being part of initiatives in their own communities. In Scotland, we have an incredible tradition, the Ceilidh tradition, the storytelling tradition, all of these things that have traditionally bound our communities together. And that is the way that we need to be thinking about culture in the future, of other ways of cultural practitioners being part of enabling, supporting those kind of activities within our communities. And that is what is going to lead to increased well-being, increased stake in communities, increased fairness and equality, as we're working from a grassroots position. So what we're proposing here is a sort of a way of looking differently at culture, of saying, let's invest significantly in that grassroots approach. The Scottish Government's Culture Collective project, 26 projects around the country, they're working on a regional basis, placing, it's a COVID proposal based on the idea of, let's give culture freelance practitioners who are out of work, let's put them to work in communities. We have over 250 jobs being created around the country and people working at that grassroots level. If we can continue that momentum, there's also the Creative Communities Project. If we can continue that kind of momentum, we can really build a new way and a world-leading way of the way that we're thinking about culture, and make a split then between that and the sort of culture of excellence that we're then taking people to see, in the same way that you would think about sport, as you invest in the participation in sport and you invest in elite sport. I think we should be thinking about culture in that kind of way.